Hi everyone, welcome to our latest video. If you're not the shy and retiring type and you like something a bit brash and bold, then this could be for you. Really pleased to be able to show you this beautiful Kawasaki ZX-10R, and this is the D7F model. So, like all ZX-10s, obscenely fast, and dare I say it, compared to a Fireblade, for example, quite frantic, but a bike that really makes you work for it, and the rewards are fantastic if you're prepared to put the effort in. This particular bike is a 2007 07 plate, but you'll see she's actually fitted with a Ninja private plate, N17 JAV, and that does come with the bike. But she's a 2007 07 plate, although to look at her you certainly wouldn't believe that. Now, in my opinion, this is you know, whilst it's only a 2007 bike, it sort of harks back to a generation of 1000cc superbikes that were not only supremely fast and brilliant sort of track weapons, but it also has a physicality to it, you know, a physical size that represents the sort of bike it is. I know that probably sounds a bit strange, but obviously modern 1000cc bikes have actually got smaller and smaller, whilst the generation of superbike riders has got older and, dare I say, bigger over the years. So I'm still a fan of these physically big 1000cc bikes. I think it looks so imposing. And whilst it's arguable that the D6F and the D7F models, with these sort of semi underseat exhausts, arguably it's a less attractive bike than its predecessor, the C1H and the C2H. It's every bit a ZX-10, and I still think it's a cracking looking bike. Now, the condition of this bike can only be described as absolutely immaculate, and much of that is due to the fact that just last year, in 2017, the previous owner, Christian, had the bike repainted by these guys up near Nottingham, Race Paint UK, and haven't they done a fabulous job? So the bike was originally black, and we have pictures to prove that it was painted out of choice, and certainly not out of anything sinister. And she's been painted in the classic Kawasaki green, but with the large Ninja decals splashed across the tank frame and fairing. And all these decals are lacquered over. Obviously the ones on the frame aren't, but so the tank and the fairing decals and the belly pan has also been painted. The standard belly pan, I believe, would have been just a sort of a matte black plastic, if memory serves me correctly. So that's been beautifully painted and lacquered. Front fender has also been painted, with these side sections a beautiful gloss black, whereas they would as standard just be a matte black plastic. And again, these elf decals are all lacquered over as well. They've done a beautiful job. Now, I don't know whether or not the bike's unique, but it's certainly very different and very striking. And at the same time, the wheels were painted. Possibly Kawasaki's Achilles heel over the years, sort of poor quality paint on the wheels, but nonetheless they've been done again in black. but with these Kawasaki ZX10 decals that have been lacquered in as well, so they won't be peeling off anytime soon. Now this bike's covered just 5,500 miles from new. There was previously 3 stamps in the service book, and she's just been serviced by ourselves as well. Engine oil and filter, coolant flush, brake fluids and spark plugs. So fully serviced and ready to go. And we'll just take a walk around the bike and just show you a couple of the other additions. We've got these green anodised 2-finger brake and clutch levers, and if they're not to your particular liking, we've got the standard levers as well. We've got green paddock stand bobbins and a green AFAM chain, and then these lovely chromed Max Torque cans, twin exhausts of course, and twin outlets for each exhaust as well. They sound absolutely lovely. And the baffles are out at the moment, but we do have the baffles to go in those if you like a quieter life. And of course you can see that that smaller number plate sitting on a nice little tail tidy there as well. So at the moment she's fitted with the pillion cover, which I think sets any sports bike off really well. But we do have the pillion seat as well. And then up front, just to complement the nose cone, which would have otherwise been completely green or completely black, Race Paint UK have obviously painted this black centre section, which I think makes the bike look really, really striking. And we've got this MRA double bubble screen, just to take the wind off when you're cracking on a little bit speed wise. So standard equipment, we've got the Öhlins steering damper. That was fitted after the I guess the C1H and C2H models gained their reputation of being the Widowmaker. Actually had one of those myself as a track bike, and it was an absolutely astonishing bike, but they softened the D6F and the D7F models up a little bit for the road, which I think was probably welcomed at the time, but nonetheless you've only got to read the Motorcycle News reviews that basically say that you've got to be pretty dedicated to get the best out of one of these on a track, and in their own words, a madman to try it on the road. This bike is far too potent to try anything silly on the road, and I've met some pretty fine riders in the years that I've been in this industry, but I'm not sure that I know anyone that could get the full potential of this bike, or exploit the full potential of this bike on the road. Absolute weapon. So we're talking about 173 brake horsepower at the crank from this inline 4-cylinder engine, and I think Kawasaki also claim 181 brake horsepower with ram air. Just do some close-ups there, you can see the back of the radiator, see exactly how clean it is. Do some close-ups of the front. Got these nitrate coated upside down forks, and the big Tokiko radial mounted brake calipers, classic Kawasaki pedal discs, and this huge braced swing arm at the back. which, if we're being picky, has got just a couple of tiny little blemishes on it, which I'm guessing that's probably as a result in the past of having the rear brake caliper removed, or a couple of little marks there from paddock stand use. But I think despite its recent paintwork and its overall immaculate condition, obviously being a 2007 bike, it has got the odd minor blemish, but again, I think we're being really picky. Do some close-ups there. You can see the shock assembly, back of the engine. You can see the coolant bottle there where we've recently refreshed the coolant. So I guess it's time to start her up for you. Hopefully you've gained some extra knowledge about the bike from the close-ups. See the instrument panel do its self-check, and she's currently running 5549. There you go, that's what those Max Torque exhaust cans sound like. So we'll give the throttle a blip just so you can get a taster of what those exhausts sound like. But obviously there's nothing like road testing to replicate the proper sound. But it always sounds so angry, ZX10s, but lovely at the same time. Well, there's a bike, if you don't treat it with respect, will take great pleasure in throwing you off, but by the same token, a lovely bike to ride. Definitely a bike for those of you that like your Sunday afternoon thrills. And I think if you can find a better example of this particular model, we'd be somewhat surprised. So there you have it. That's the video of our 2007 07 plate Kawasaki ZX10R D7F with 5,500 miles, a full service history, just fully serviced by ourselves, with Max Torque exhaust cans, MRA screen, paddock stand bobbins and AFAM chain, and this bike's available at 4,995. I hope you enjoyed the video.